Y'all, I tell you, every time I tried to record this video, I've had the craziest warfare. So it's actually really quick, but the Lord is getting ready to send some people into your life who do not see the old version of you. And what do I mean by that? The Lord is getting ready to send some people into your life who they don't know your past. They don't know who the person you were in the past. They don't know who all the things you did in the past. And so they're not holding you to that. They're not like, when you try to grow into this new version of yourself that God says, this is who you are. This is who I've called you to be in this season. And I'm shaping and molding your character into X, Y, Z. They're going to let you flourish in that without any pushback because they don't know who you were in the past. All they know is what they see now. The Lord is cultivating divine relationships in your life right now. And if you haven't seen this already, be patient. It's coming. What this means is that you have to be willing to let go. And I know I've been talking about letting go constantly. And the reason I've been talking about letting go is because that is what the transition season is about. Sorry, it's really hot in here. That is what the transition season is about. It's about releasing the things of the past so that you can step into the new. It is about being made new by the renewing of your mind, constantly going into your next level of glory in God. What this means is that there are people in your life who they only know the old version of you. They only know all the things you did in the past when you were living in the world. They only know who you were in the past. And the reason why I'm specifically telling you to let go so that these new divine connections can flourish, so that they have the space to flourish, is because these old connections are occupying space in your life. They're occupying space in your life and they have to go. It doesn't mean that they're sent by the enemy. It means that their soul is going a different path, that they need to go, that doesn't align with your soul anymore. What is your soul? The mind, the will, and emotions. Their soul is on another journey with the Lord that is not aligning with your journey with the Lord, and that is okay, and you have to be okay with that. You have to release them so they can go their path, so they can continue to work out their own soul salvation with fear and trembling. It doesn't mean walking around with fear every day, but it means with an urgency, right? Doing it with an urgency, following the Lord with an urgency. The Lord is getting ready to send people into your life who do not know the past version of you. They see you as the person God said you are in the future, and they're expecting you to step into that. So in order for you to fully flourish in these new divine connections, you have to let go of the old ones, because I tell you something. When you're trying to grow and there's people in your life who only identify with the old version of you, they expect you to stay there. They expect you to stay the person they used to know from back in the day. They've seen multiple seasons of your life. They've seen multiple stages of your life who you aren't even, like, you don't even desire the same things anymore. But in order to appease them, in order to keep the relationship semi-healthy, you have to continue pretending like you desire those things that they desire. You have to continue pretending like there's a common ground between you and these other people. And there's no common ground between you and them anymore. And that is okay. But continuing to appease the people over here while also trying to appease the people over here who is in your future, these divine connections that God sent into your life, that's going to create double-mindedness in you, because there's an identity issue. You're in between two identities. You're in between the you from the past, which everything in the past is dead, by the way. Everything in the past is dead. You can't go back and change the past. You're continuing to appease the people from the past, still allowing this old version of yourself to exist, while trying to step into these new divine connections that God has for you in the future, trying to appease the people over here, while keeping this new identity, trying to step into this new identity. There's two separate identities of you that are existing at the same time, and one of them is going to win over the other. Is it going to be the past you? Are you going to, it's not funny per se, but like the visual representation of God giving me, it's actually funny. Are you going to keep yourself back, an old version of yourself, just for other people? Or you're going to let it go and allow yourself to step into this new version of yourself that come with new divine opportunities, divine connections, right? Are you going to release the things from the past? I know I keep talking about letting go, but that's what the transition season is about. The Lord is getting ready to send new divine connections into your life, people who don't know the old version of you. And in order for these relationships to flourish, you have to let the old version of yourself go. And that requires letting people who are tied to that old version of you go. And some people, I can see the comments already. What if that's family? That doesn't change anything. If it's family, you can love them from a distance. You can be there for them and encourage them from a distance. You can give them the heart of God from a distance without letting them intrude on your life, without letting them overstep boundaries. It doesn't change anything if it's family. And oftentimes the enemy will use the people who are closest to you to attack you. Like, that's a word. So I love you all. I deliver this message to you straight from the heart of God. He really placed a heavy burden on me to deliver this word to you today. And I know it's heavy because there was so much going on just to get on and share this message. But I love you all. For those of you who are seeking mentorship, the option is below. For those of you who haven't subscribed or hit the notification bell, I encourage you to do that so that you're notified of when I continue to upload these messages. For those of you who would like to give or sow a seed, that option is below in the description as well. I know there are some questions about that. And I will talk with you all in the next message. I love you all.